Here we are with the new Park Zone T-28D Trojan, the U.S. Air Force paint scheme. First off, to start with, this plane is made out of a highly durable Z-foam construction fuselage, wing, and canopy. And then next, it's powered by a powerful 480 brushless outrunner motor, powered by a 30 amp Pro E-Flight ESC. And then to control this beast, it has an AR5000 Spectrum receiver with just the stock Park Zone servos. And a nice new feature that they added to this one is the steerable nose wheel powered with this push rod connected to the rudder servo. And then they have a nice new bracket down in the middle right here, which is a high polycarbonate plastic. And the battery for this is a 11.1 volt 1800 milliamp 3-cell LiPo. With the charger it comes with, it takes about an hour and 45 minutes to charge. And then a nice upgrade I like to do with this is buy the 9 by 7.5 inch 3-bladed prop, which gives it a more scale look. And then I think it just looks a little nicer than the stock one. And then another thing I was kind of a little upset about is the lack of detail on the pilot, which isn't really that big of a deal because you're mainly flying it, not looking for complete detail. And I like the bigger surface area in the wings. The wings do have a little bit bigger surface area than the older Park Zone planes, which gives it a little more stability in wind. What they are using with their new stock Park Zone servos, that they are using the servo leads that come with the actual Spectrum servos themselves. So if you ever wanted to buy a servo itself, you could just cut these wires off and solder them in there. And then another thing that I like about this airplane is that it's not compact. Everything is kind of spread out throughout the airplane, so it's easy to fix, and it can be easily repaired if it's damaged with medium viscosity CA glue, anything like that, because it doesn't eat at the foam. Like if you use regular super glue, you're going to end up with a big hole in your foam, fuselage, wing, wherever you're repairing it. And then another thing that I like is the magnetic release on the canopy, which is right there, which is easy to take off in the flight field. Say if you have any issues with your receiver, you can pop it off in a matter of seconds. And then they do make separate prop adapters, so you can go down to a 2 millimeter, or you can go all the way up to a 5 with this 480 brushless motor. Another thing I was a little disappointed with, because I buy many Park Zone planes, that this only came with a field charger, which is okay, but I'd rather have an AC wall charger for this battery. But a charger that I do recommend that everybody gets, if you're in planes, helicopters, cars, I would get the Venom Pro charger, which runs about $140, but it will charge almost any battery for any plane, helicopter, car, cell phone, if you can make an adapter for it, which is really nice. And here's the landing gear that it comes with. It comes with pretty sturdy landing gear. You can't really bend this, which is also a downfall, because if you come in a little hard on the landing, it is going to bounce quite a bit, but it is pretty sturdy. So if you come in hard, it's not going to collapse and cause you more damage. And the transmitter that I recommend for this is the DX6i, this is the new DSMX technology, which will work with DSM2 and DSM, which the only difference with the DSMX and the DSM2, which was last year's technology, is just a stricter and tighter bond between the transmitter and receiver. And that's pretty much that right there. And then another thing that I do like is how they kept the push rods inside the fuselage instead of having them outside of the fuselage. They actually tucked them in there, which is really nice. And with all that being said, that is pretty much about it. We're going to take a quick break and actually assemble it and continue the video and show you it all put together.